What's poppin', T Cells and T Squad? So listen, girl, I know I look like Otis right now, in this damn bathrobe. But girl, look, I just woke up not too long ago. Um, I'm about to shower because I got to get out of here soon. And I just watched these damn Salt Wives on demand or whatever. Y'all know this Salt Wives Day in and high. So it's just like, why not go on ahead and do my due deal. So that's what I'm up here to give y'all. So this is Real Housewives of, I almost said Potomac. This is Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, the Salt Wives. This is season 2, episode 16, Holy Mother of Zion. Girl, this episode, listen, a lot of a lot of shit in this episode was a key. We're gonna get into it anyway. So the husbands, except for Coach, went off to play golf. So Justin suggested they send their wives on a Mother's Day trip. And, basically the winner of the two teams, whoever wins, they cool. Whoever loses, they got to pay. I ain't mad at it. So Heather and Shawshank meet up down to the spa. So Shawshank said that she was confused by Meredith defending her to the other ladies. And Heather asked her, did she get an invitation to Seth's birthday party? And she said no. So when it comes to her defending her to the other ladies, I'm on her side. I said the same thing. I'm confused. It's like you say you don't want to be around her, and you made that very clear. But then when she comes around, you do her the same way you did Lisa this episode. You give her the fake hug, the fake hellos, the fake air kisses, then you stand up in it. I mean, you stand up in it, but then you also take up for it. Now, don't get me wrong. Could it be just because that you're a nice person like that and you just call it the way you see it? Absolutely. And I ain't mad at you for that. But again, if I don't see it for a bitch, this is what I got for her. I'm not sitting around here taking up for her or caping for her or trying to do none of that. Like, because I don't the fuck like you. So if they being fake to you, oh well, because you've been fake to me. I call it karma. I wouldn't say nothing to her. I wouldn't have her back. I wouldn't do none of that. But that's me. That's me. And that's the issue that I got. I'm sorry, I'm a Pisces. I can't expect people to handle things in the same realm that I would. Maybe Meredith just ain't wired that way. She cannot fuck with you behind your back at the same token. I'm not mad with that. But if that's what it is, girls, say that. Because you confusing everybody. That's all I'm saying. Like, Shawshank went all the way wrong in her feelings because I said the same thing. So, and about her not getting the invite. Friend, you know I love you. But you was being messy. Look, somebody else went through this. Who was it? Somebody else went through this on a reality show, and I talked about it. What was it? Oh, y'all don't watch it. It was on this same thing happened on the Circle Atlanta when Cash De Niro, shout out to Cash De Niro, that's my BDE, when he was sitting around there talking about how he doesn't understand why people bring up why certain people aren't invited to certain things when you already know the answer. Everybody doesn't get along. That's that same shit. Because I feel the same way. It's like at the end of the day, if friend, I love you, girl, but you know exactly why her thieving ass ain't get an invite to that woman's shindig. I mean, to that man's birthday party. Not to mention, she was responsible for liking and retweeting homophobic tweets about Miss Burkisha. Now, don't get me wrong, is Miss Burkisha a total victim of what they had going on? Absolutely not. But Shawshank was wrong as two left shoes for liking and retweeting homophobic tweets about that boy. No matter what they had or what she thought he said or whatever the case may be, she was wrong for it. So it's just like that, coupled with what you got going on now, coupled with the fact that you allowed one of your friends to steal from my stove. If I hadn't caught it, if it hadn't been caught or whatever the case may be, you would have just... Case in point, I'm not mad at her for not getting an invite. I don't fuck with her. I just wish you would have carried this same level of oomph and gumpture and be a woman for a change about it. when she two-stepped her ass on to when she two-stepped her ass on up to Jenny's faux luncheon. I wish you would have gathered your things then and put an H on your back and hard ass. I told you that in that review. I'm spending too much time on this. Let me move on because I'm high as hell too, girl. I'll fuck around and give you a whole Dr. Phil moment, and I don't even like him. So we just go move on. Case in point, hell no, her ass won't invite it. Moving on. And I ain't mad at it. So they talk about how Meredith is more loyal to Mary than she is to Lisa. I'm going to tell y'all something. One, y'all are absolutely right. That's some fake ass shit. But two, Lisa did the same thing to her when it came down to Shawshank. So, I mean, I feel like that's the only real reason why Meredith is doing any of that. Like, I don't believe that Mary and Meredith I'm just not buying it. I don't. I feel like Meredith knows how to play her manipulation games. And I feel like that's what, because, you know, and it's funny, Mary, because you say you don't get manipulative. But Meredith is having a good time manipulating your ass. I mean, she is. I just feel like you're being used for a much bigger purpose for Meredith when it comes to Lisa. She's just giving Lisa the taste of her own game. Okay, you want to sit up here and be friends with this bitch when she was sitting up here liking and retweeting homophobic tweets about my son? Here it is. We're real friends, bitch. We was friends before any of this. We was friends for 10 years. You've been around my kids just like I was around yours. I would never do no shit like that to you. But you're going to sit up here and do this shit to me in front of my face. Like, and I'm not mad at it, Meredith, but I wish you... Well, you can't say it because you saying it would, you know. So, I mean, I guess I get why you're not saying it, but I get it. I get it. Y'all drop down in the comments and tell me if y'all agree with my theory about Meredith. Meredith and Mary. That's what I think it is. This is a matter of convenience. Mary is just happen to have a damn friend. Meredith is using her as get back to Lisa. That's what I think is going on. And I don't care how none of y'all feel about it. But drop down in the comments and tell me. So Heather tells Shawshank about the statement Mary made to Lisa about, you know, see what happens when you mess with me, you go to prison. And they're trying to connect that as Mary having something to tip off the people. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all know, feeling damn well, I don't see it for Mary. But I don't think Mary or Meredith is responsible for tipping the people. I keep telling y'all that. I don't believe neither one of them is responsible for tipping them people off. I don't. And I'm going to be broke because y'all love to say, I'll never have Mary back. I guess I'm going to take the cult leader back a very small smidgen. And I'm going to take her back on the grounds of, y'all, let's not sit here and act like somebody hasn't done some type of wrong to us that we feel. And then something turns around and something bad happens to them. And then we sitting up amongst our homegirls and y'all like, and y'all saw what happened to her, right? Yeah, y'all saw she got hemmed up with such and such, but that's what the fuck that bitch get. Because y'all remember how she did me and yada, yada, yada. See, don't play with me. Because karma always gonna come back to get you. Don't sit up here and act like we've never said that to one of our homegirls. All right, stop. Don't do that. Like, so I'm not gonna put that on Mary. I'm not. And y'all know I don't see it for Mother Time at all. I don't like her. Y'all know that. I don't see it for her. Period. I feel like Mary is the most despicable human being that has ever graced the face of this earth. And that says a lot because there's been a bunch of fucked up people that's done some stuff. And I would name some people out there, but I don't want you two to take my coin. But y'all know where I'm going with this. Even though it's still, I'm not putting that on her. I just don't, I'm sorry, y'all. I just don't believe that Mary or Meredith was the ones that took the, don't get me, I get it. It's all fishy. It's all a little, you know, I'm on y'all side with it. I'm on y'all side with that. But I just don't think they're the ones that did it. Mary ain't smart enough to come up with that like that. Let's be clear. Mary ain't smart enough to come up with that like that. Maybe Meredith. Maybe Meredith. But Mary ain't smart enough to come up with something and not on her own. We gonna move on because I stand by what I said. I don't believe it's the cast members. I don't. So Seth's birthday party. So Meredith looked great. Meredith, I love this because I ain't mentioned it on the last episode because I was just ready to get it over with. But girl, I don't know what in the fuzzy snuffleupagus, what in the damn pink flamingo on steroids, stuck. Whatever that was that you had on and that at Whitney Shindig, please burn that. That must have came from the Miss Burkisha collection. Is that where that came from? You let Miss Burkisha go crazy with your feathers and one of your suits gear. I ain't mad at it. It did give me a small little Kim Parker type tee. You know, it gave me a little Mona Thornton type tee. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't like it. But this dress was everything. I was down for it. It did not come from the Miss Burkisha collection. Shout out. So pictures of Seth with his shirt off. Seth, I agree with your daughter. That was very much, if midlife crisis was a picture, that would have been it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, oh God, Seth. Because I like Seth. I like all the husbands up here. You know, Seth, listen, it gave me wrinkles where the abs once was. but, you know, I'm going to let you have it, Seth. I'm going to let you have it. Happy birthday to you, by the way. So, Teddy made the guest list. I was weak. So Whitney and Heather play Nancy Drew about Shawshank and why she wasn't invited. And Heather and Whitney noticed how fake as hell Meredith and Lisa were acting. One, again, I'm not going down this rabbit hole with y'all. All right? She won't invite it because she don't like her. That's not her friend. I get why y'all are confused though, which is why I wish she would have held on to her guns, would have came down to Jenny's for luncheon. I really did. I wish then she would have made it very clear that I said what the fuck I said. I wish she would have gathered her things like us girls do, all right, whipped her ponytail and went on about her way. Like, that's what I really wish she would have did. Like, then it wouldn't be no confusion. It would have been known that she said what she said, and what she said was what she said. She didn't want to be around her. Don't have me around her. So I get why y'all confused, but we gonna move on. Meredith and Lisa, yeah, y'all fake as hell. Y'all was real fake. I'm not gonna say y'all. I am gonna say y'all. I just feel like sometimes friendships and reality TV just don't mix. Because I feel like if you showing a fucked up friendship on TV, y'all had a fucked up one-sided friendship off of TV. The only difference is people never said it. It was what it was, and it was what it was. Fine. But now there's other factors involved, and there's other eyes watching, and people are calling it out for what it is. It is fake. It's So Mary being Mary and refuses to acknowledge Jenny, saying that she deserves to be ignored right now. We're going to get on her later. So Meredith and Mary talk about what happened. So Meredith understood Jenny's feelings about her culture and regifting shoes. Mary says that if that's the case, she shouldn't have took them. Listen, don't act like that. Don't act like if somebody gifted you a gift that you gifted they ass last Christmas and they thought you forgot about it. Please don't sit here and act like, you know what I'm saying, y'all wouldn't feel a way about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. If in her culture, slanted ass, and in her culture, regifted gifts is a sign of disrespect or whatever, we have no choice but to just let that be where it's at. And let's not sit here and act like you were giving people gifts from the kindness of your heart. I believe you was only giving people gifts to soften them up and be able to manipulate them, to have them on your side when it came to Whitney. Because that's why everybody else had a gift except for Whitney. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't just like if you never had a falling out with Mary, you would have gotten something. Shawshank and Whitney wouldn't have gotten nothing. And she would have did that for her calculated reasons. You know what I mean? So it's just like y'all get on my nerves about that. And let's not sit here and act like, oh, well, she should have been happy because they was Louis Vuittons. Bitch, I wouldn't be happy about no gift that I could have bought myself, bitch. Like, come on, get out of here. Jenny has rolled up on this thing in a damn in a damn kiwi colored ass convertible or whatever the hell it was. Like, I just refuse to believe that the same shoes Mary got, Jenny couldn't afford her damn self. So I'm more than sure Jenny was not so like, I mean, yeah, they cute or whatever. I ain't got them, but I can give it back to them by my own. Where I know that they're new and they were originally bought for me. Because you said that was something that you came out of your closet. That is regifting a gift. That's not something that you went out and bought for that particular person. You didn't put no thought in that gift. I don't know. Moving on, because it's getting too long, bitch. So Mary says that she only found out about the shoes originally being for Shawshank from Lisa. Meredith asks, why would Lisa tell her that? Mary says that it's because she's jealous of their friendship, so she's trying to paint her out to be a bad person. Mary, let's make one thing clear. You don't need no help being brought out to be no bad person. You did a very good job of that on your own, even before first season came out. But you was a granddaddy fucker. All right, you don't need no. Listen, nah, you reaching. But do I think it's jealousy between them? I don't know. Y'all drop down in the comments. Do y'all think it's jealousy? Do y'all think Lisa is jealous of Mary and Meredith's relationship, or do y'all believe that Mary and Meredith are reaching? I don't know. And I'm not about to waste my time on that. We're going to move on. This is getting too lengthy. But yeah, ain't nobody got to make up no lies on you to make you out to be a bad person. Sit down. So the ladies saying happy birthday to Seth. Happy birthday, Seth. The husbands gift the ladies their Mother's Day trip design and doing a John are paying for it because they ass lost the golf trip. Y'all don't know how to find the hole. Don't worry about it. Most tops don't. Moving on. Jeannie asked, was Shawshank invited on the trip as well? And he said, basically, hell yeah. Coach is a part of their team, bitch. Yeah. Y'all the ones that can't get along with each other. And that's always the case. Because when the husbands are real men, they can be able to genuinely be around each other, have guys' night, have beers, play golf, play pool, play dominoes or bones, wherever you're from. They can genuinely do that and have a good time. And it's not everything that y'all women give. You know what I mean? So, I mean, hey, whatever. So Shawshank and Coach do an exercise for couples therapy, and she wants them to paint how they feel about each other. What's hilarious about this whole thing to me is, why are y'all worried about couples therapy when she got this case looming over y'all head? I mean, I don't know. I just feel like y'all got better things to be worried about than having couples therapy, because it's not as if y'all a real couple, okay? In my opinion, he pulled up the same time the production truck pulled up to film his scene. And so when he left, he went back home to his real family and his real wife, down to his real house on the other side of town. Shawshank went house hunting in the 2-bedroom. Like, bitch, did y'all look? Did y'all downgrade or did y'all die? Like, which one is it? Y'all went from living in an over $300,000 chalet to searching around in a 2-bedroom, girl. Like, he gonna fuck around and make you the new Robin of this thing. You about to be the new Robin Dixon of this shit. Like, this is what this is about to be. This is what you get. Moving on. So Coach tells Shawshank about the trip, and then she's like, are you sure they want me to go? He said, absolutely. It's an invite. They're going, and he wants you to go so he can spend that time with his real family and his real wife down to his real house on the other side of town. So Coach Shaw drew their pictures, and she was telling hers what hers meant, right? So she had all this real nice shit down for how she really felt about Coach, and that was cute. Girl, Coach drew a picture of a. It was supposed to have been a dog, but the dog looked like it been. But the dog looked like it got hit by a car. It was dead and deceased. So it was dead and deceased on the curb somewhere. That's what the dog looked like. And then he said the dog represented her loyalty to him and her family and her friends and yada yada yada, and the beach because she loves hard and this. Like everything, like this man couldn't even write down what he really truly loved about her. Like the best representation you could put down for loyalty is a dog, a dead dog that got hit by a car somewhere at that, because that's what it looked like. I swear I saw rib cages, rib indentions, like it was emaciated and all. Oh my God, why am I cackling like this? OMG, you guys. Wait 1 second. I got to get myself together. Hold on, y'all. Do me a favor, though. Case in point, you guys, if it was me and I had to do something like that, I would have better things to use for a representation of loyalty than a dog, and we gonna move on. So they get back to Seth's birthday party, and Whitney gifts Seth a titty cake of her titties, right? Because there's this outstanding joke about him constantly admiring her titties and how he always asks Justin for Whitney's plastic surgery so she can have the what he call it, the Whitney adjustment or whatever the hell he call it. Let me tell you something, and it's no shade to Seth or Meredith because I love them both. I think it's really creepy for Seth to have been that heavily invested in that woman's titties. I don't know. I didn't like it. And Justin looked like he really won't hear for it either, but he won't gonna say nothing. But fuck all that. That's your wife, and you should have spoke up. If you don't want that to be what it is, then that don't need to be what it is. Like, that's just how I feel about the situation. But I just found it real creepy that he was that heavily invested in this woman's titties, so much so that she had to gift him a cake of her titties so that she could stop hearing about it. So John dated Lisa's older sister, and then Lisa would listen, y'all tried to make Whitney out to be such a harlot. And if I didn't like her, I would have said she was, but I like Whitney. But I mean, you may as well throw in Lisa to that. They did the same shit. They saw potential in somebody else's man, took him and married him. I mean, listen, they not side chicks. They clean up women. All right. Them Caucasian clean up women, because they didn't just take the man, they married him. You understand? So, I mean, I guess, Lisa, you harlot. So, Whitney and Heather asked Meredith not about inviting Shawshank, and Whitney asks, was there more to the story that they don't know? And she says yes. Like, hell, of course, this woman has a private investigator. Again, make this again could maybe, maybe because she did hire a private investigator, the private investigator could have found out about this money laundering scheme and sham that her and Miss Stewart had going on, and that's why Miss Stewart was so quick to flip on Jen. I mean, no, I'm still sticking to what I said before. I don't believe that none of these women tipped off the FBI. I don't believe that. Nope. Moving on. Some of the cast jumped in the pool. There was something floating around where they were saying that producers asked them to jump in the pool. I'm sorry. I would have put him married. I wouldn't have jumped in that damn pool. Now with my good geese on, fuck y'all. I'm not jumping in that shit. Moving on. So the trip the Zion day trip. So the group feels PTSD as well as Shawshank, and she was ready to get the hell up out of there because she didn't want a case of the feds showing up down to the place again. Girl, they had the same bus, the same driver. They sat in the same damn seat. Heather sat in the same damn corner. Like Lisa sat in the same damn seat. So did Jenny. It was a mess. So Meredith, another thing that was a coincidence. Mary and Meredith weren't there. Once again, I can't play devil's advocate because, I mean, Mary and Meredith cannot want to be around. Well, Meredith does have a point because she been said she don't want to be around Jen, but she is going to have to be around Jen going on the trip. So since you have to be around Jen anyway, Shawshank anyway, I mean, I don't know. I'm getting confused. Moving on. So Shawshank takes everything out on Lisa, and then Meredith's affair from last year came out, and she said that it wasn't her fault, but it was your fault because you were the one that brought it up to Whitney on camera. And I said that last season, it is kind of your fault because you tried to make it a vocal point of you and Whitney's conversation. Yeah. But whatever. And then she was just giving Lisa a whole lot. And then she jumped up, threatened to get off the bus. And then Lisa couldn't take it no more. And she pulled the same stunt she pulled down to the reunion, pulling the Karen, start yelling and screaming when somebody's calling her out on her bullshit. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm usually not here for a grown-ass adult trying to tell me to pick sides, but I kind of have to agree with Shawshank because if I was Meredith, I wouldn't chill around. I wouldn't chill around her ass. I wouldn't. Like, I mean, if I was Lisa, I wouldn't chill around a Shawshank. I wouldn't. If she did that to my best friend of 10 years, there's no way on God's green earth that I would still be sitting around here trying to cackle and kiki and ho-ho and ha-ha and keep some type of friendship going with the bitch that was responsible for retweeting and reposting or liking homophobic tweets about my best friend's son. Like, there's no way that I would sit here and want to be around that bitch. I couldn't do it. Me being me, y'all, there's no way I could have done that had that been my best friends. I could have never done my best friends like that. Usually I'm not here for people trying to make a bitch pick sides. But when it comes to something like that, I'm kind of on her side. I agree with her. If that happened to Heather, and you did that to her, I wouldn't fuck with you. So, I mean, which one is it? If she's your best friend in 10 years, why is it that you could be on the bus with me and not be down with her if I really did all of the, which I think you did. But, you know, I was on the side. But, girl, these damn Porsche people fighting and y'all want to sit up here and fight, girl. This is ridiculous. Well, we're going to see what y'all got to say about this if it gets to a fight. Girl, who y'all got y'all money on? Shawshank or Lisa? Shawshank, you better get your practice in, bitch, because you gonna need it when your ass head to the Stony Lonesome, girl. Oh, you gonna need it. You gonna need all of the fighting practice you can get. So if you got to use Lisa as a punching bag, I ain't seen nothing. Well, girl, with that having been said, that's it. That's all I got. I hope this was entertaining for y'all. I tried to make it as entertaining as possible. Y'all drop down in the comments. Y'all sound off in the comments. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about last night's episode. And until next time, you guys, I'm going to holler at y'all later. Bye.